Hi, my name's Dominic Fortuna, and I'm here to talk to you about Mico's Restaurant, which is now Mico's Torch Riviera. I have one of our cards right here. It looks like it's upside down when you look at it that way, but it's Mico's Torch Riviera. We do good food. Here's a photo of the new restaurant on Torch Lake. I myself and my cousin John Feola own the restaurant. My father opened Mico's Restaurant in 1976. Here's a photo of my parents and my aunt and grandma from way back in 1976. My father opened the restaurant. We moved from the Detroit area to northern Michigan, about a 4-hour drive, and we're the first Italian restaurant to ever open in northern Michigan. To make the long part of the story short, Mico's became a legendary restaurant. People from everywhere would come to Mico's Restaurant to enjoy the atmosphere. My dad was a great host, and myself and my dad used to sing with a little band at the restaurant. My cousin Johnny used to come up from Detroit all the time. People would come from all over to go to Mico's Restaurant. Well, Mico's Restaurant tragically burned down in 1998. Here's a photo of, you can see that. That's the restaurant. There's kind of some reflection. I'm actually in the office. You can see how the old fireplace. I'm in the office at the new Mico's Torch Riviera restaurant because I'm trying to save heat out in the dining room. So I'm in the office trying to save money as however we can. Yes, in 1976 through 1998, Mico's Restaurant was the place to go. Once it burned down, all of my brothers and my sister, nobody wanted to spend the time and lawyers and monies to rebuild the restaurant. There was a lot of variances and laws that we had to overcome in order to rebuild, and we weren't grandfathered. So my father just let the restaurant lay, and none of us took it over. Once my father passed away, we all went on our own way. I eventually had a family and worked on the road. I have 3 young boys, and was missing my boys at home, and decided, it's been like 20 years. I need to go back. Well, what am I going to do if I go back? And my cousin and I decided to open Mico's Torch Riviera. We opened a brand new restaurant in an old place. Torch Riviera was a legendary restaurant in itself on Torch Lake, and nobody could make a go at it for the last about 20 years. So it looked like it was going to be demolished. So my cousin and I came in with some money that we had saved and decided, let's open Mico's back up. We'll call it Mico's Torch Riviera. So we saved an old restaurant that was about to be demolished, and we brought in an old restaurant that had burned, and we combined the two together in a building, and the people loved the idea and loved this new restaurant. We opened on March 13th of this year, 2020. And we're closed on March 16th. All of the money and time that we had put in an effort over 20 years had to be put on hold. And we were kept being told that, it'll be April when you can open, May when you can open, June when you can open. We finally opened in June, but 50%, plus spending thousands and thousands of dollars that we had saved for, like you save for a brand new restaurant, in PPE. We did ultraviolet lighting and new ventilation systems and roofing and all the stuff that we needed to make sure that our customers were safe, because they responded well to the brand new Mico's restaurant that was opening up. Now this tragedy of not being able to open after all these years of wanting to reopen Mico's for the community, for our employees, for the people. We have people that worked for my dad that are working for me now for that many years ago. And we are continuing to use our savings account to stay open and keep our employees working through Christmas. We tried to get some of the stimulus from the state of Michigan, but because we weren't open in January of 2020, they won't give it to us. Imagine that. Discriminating against new restaurants that we can't open. They can't give us the money because we're new. I don't know, and that doesn't make sense, but we're really asking for some help, and it's hard to do something like that, but we didn't think we were going to have to. We thought we could make it through. They kept telling us you can open, and this date, and they keep pushing it on us, and it's getting really frustrating for us and for our employees. We'd take the money and we'd keep ourselves going as long as they keep putting the thumb down on us here in the state of Michigan. We'd keep going. We'd follow the rules, keep people safe. That's what we'd do with the money. And we'd finally give this business, this restaurant, Mico's Torch Riviera, a chance to be a gem and legend within this community that we know it can, bringing people together in a great atmosphere. It's like a love story. Everybody loves a good love story. Well, my family's restaurant is my favorite. The way that it was here in the 70s and it came back now, and all the people remember all the times from the high schools in the area that enjoyed the pizza here way back and are enjoying it now, to what we can do in the future for this area with this restaurant. If you ever came here, you'd know exactly what I mean, and words can't explain it. Mico's is a special magical restaurant with a family tradition, my family's tradition, that is being threatened by the state of Michigan for not letting us do an adult business. And we hope that you can help us out. If you can help us out, we'll do lots of good things with the money. Thank you for even having this organization and giving people the opportunity and some hope, because hope, wherever you can find it, is what I think people need today. And that's something that you can go on no matter what the circumstances turn out. If we can't get the money or we can't stay open, it's nice to have some sort of hope, and you're bringing people that. My cousin Johnny and myself, Dominic Fortuna, we thank you from Mico's restaurant right here on Torch Lake in northern Michigan on a very cold day, trying to keep the place warm and trying to keep the bills down so that my employees and my family can make a living. Thank you for this opportunity. There's our sign, curbside only and carryouts. Walk into, everyone loves a good love story, but ours is my favorite. Welcome back to Mico's, our new revived restaurant. These are our ultraviolet lighting that is really expensive that we have all over the whole entire place to sanitize. That's part of the thousands of dollars we spent in PPE, but they still closed us down. Tonight's our first night in the empty restaurant. The phone's not really ringing. We're not really getting that many to-goes or carry-outs. The employees are hanging out at the bar trying to figure out how they're gonna pay their insurances and talking to me about stuff. This is probably one of the more popular areas up here, but there's nobody sitting there. There's an empty stage over there. It's another one of our ultraviolet light, and nobody at the bar. I just had to take a video. It's just sad. It's really sad. Empty restaurant.